How's it going? Harry here. I'm filling in for Donnie tonight. He had to have eye surgery to repair an abnormal distortion of the cornea. He was looking for photos on Jed Pap Smear's website without proper 12x magnification. My guest tonight is noted Canadian drag racer 220 Sunny. Welcome, Sunny. Would you like a warm beer?
No thanks, eh? I drank the bong water before I arrived. Got any smokes?
You know the difference between an American and a Canadian? One has health insurance and the other has a gun.
Sloppy fucking American. Harry.
Let's save the comedy for later. Have you heard the latest news?
Do you mean about Dandy Mackerel losing his job? All because the ad sales guy was being a real snake. In Canada, we would take him to the outhouse and smear his old ass with moose juice. For you sissies who don't go in the woods, that is like an aphrodisiac to a moose. What a fucking cheap shot, eh? That is about as cold as the Yukon in December. And as senseless as a fish in a trophy. Or as senseless as a registry for stolen slant sixes. Or...
Okay, get your drift. What's your thought on the state of classic funny car racing this year? Do you see any real improvement over the past?
I do not understand what all the bitching is about. Much progress has been made except for a few hambones. Goat fuckers. And a fool from Texas with his own website. By the way, I noticed he had a forum and the only participant was, well, himself. What a geech. Anyway, besides those detractors, I see a strong movement brewing. Brewing like a vat of Molson. Or like a pot of bear soup on a cold Banff night. Or a...
Alright already, we get it. So you are telling me things seem to be growing?
Do I stutter, eh? I say it is growing like the ego of an injected alky racer who believes his own press. Growing like the disdain for posers who say they were responsible for the whole movement being started 15 years ago. I suppose he sniffed too much glue while building his model cars and dreaming up his stories about his escapades with Tarzan, before he hooked up with Jane. We all know it started with Jet Trainer. Anyway, I digress. Yes, it is growing like a weed. By the way, got any?
No. I gave it up. Can't handle the paranoia. I start thinking Nancy Pelosi wants to bed me. I have a wife who won't let me do things, a mother-in-law I have to go shopping with, and job I hate, but have no balls to change, so weed is out of the picture. How about the East Coast versus West? Do you have thoughts on that?
Does the Pope cheat in the woods? Uns de menage. Fromage elket bon sweaty frixus. I am sorry. I don't see a need to tear them apart. That is two different scenes. I am interested in the Midwest and South. Many interesting characters are there. Guys who will do it for love instead of money.
Silly D seems to want to keep harping on the guys who collect toys and sell things on eBay. What is your thoughts on this?
Well, I will tell you this. Toys are for little girls, yeah? Silly seems to have a lot of time on his hands since he retired from the Pony Express. I know there are a number of the men here who collect and sell parts and cars. The twins. One won't let go of anything once he gets his grubby dick skinners on it. The other seems to have something or another always moving through his greasy paws. All except for the Tarzan car he has. If it or the truck ever gets finished I will sheet myself. There is the family with the last name no one can pronounce. Without a degree in Yiddish. They have Willies and a big guy's car. I hear they are putting together a Jet Trainer bodied car. They are friends with the bodybuilder in Pennsylvania Amish Armrest. He has more funny cars than the NHR. Many fine men who are preserving the history of funny cars. I do find a few are crooks. Let me tell you this, eh? One car was sold by 3 different shoals who all claimed it was Top Tom's car. The first is not beyond an outright deception and told everyone it was. Then after he sells it says it isn't. Kind of funny how he always has a different version of history. His story. Get it? I'll cut to the chase. The second guy who sells it says it is Treetop's car. But he says everything he has is Treetops in one way or another. The third seller, he gives me the heebie-jeebies. He tells the buyer that it is Treetop's car too. Only to have it be something else. I bet he swore on his black vest and fingerless gloves it was treetops. But he's not beyond an outright lie either. He tells you what you want to hear. Truth be damned.
Midwestern South? I never really thought of that. Have you met many of the racers?
Yes, I have. Must you wear that hideous sock hat? It's 92 degrees. The crews and fans take as much pride as the drivers. Some are from racing families too. Brothers from the Windy City Grifter family. Mickey and Donald. Then there is Wig. He can build a nuclear reactor from a Q-tip and a chicken bone. Another Northern Illinois guy, Windy City Green, is quite generous and gave a lot of his hard-earned dough to a rectal clinic. There are many supporters who take other roles, yeah? Two brothers, handy with cameras, named Sean and Irvin, are filming the action or putting it on the web. Though they are a little bit on the other side, if you know what I mean, eh?
No. I'm sorry. I don't know what you are talking about.
Up your ass, Liberty boy. As I was saying, many of the fans are as passionate as any driver. One has recently left the snowy confines of the East for Tennessee. I believe he is setting up shop as we speak, yeah? The Midwestern set welcomes him. They feel sorry for him. His lifelong passion is to build a pacer, yeah?
Sad indeed.
Sure.
What?
Never mind. You idiot.
That's all for tonight. Join us next time. Donnie will be back with a special guest. Thanks, Sonny. Say hello to Jetty Lee and Paul Anka. Always remember, being a fat know-it-all racist is no way to go through life. Have a bad habit to go along with it.